Hello, welcome back to the Qualicare Family Home Care YouTube channel. My name is Trevor. This is Teresa Craig. She is a franchise owner of Qualicare Family Home Care out in Fort Saskatchewan, Edmonton East, Sherwood Park, and St. Albert. And if that's not enough, we're here today to talk about Qualicare of East Edmonton, Fort Saskatchewan, and Sherwood Park, and we want to tell you about elderly fall prevention, okay? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And that's from Benjamin Franklin, a very smart guy,
Yes.
a wise guy from our history. A quick statistical fact, in 2017-2018, 51% of all injury-related hospitalizations in Canada were for seniors aged 65 years and older. And during that time, 137,568 seniors were hospitalized because of injuries. And 37% of those hospitalizations were males, while 63% were females. And 81% of injury hospitalizations among seniors in 2017-2018 were due to falls. So falls are a very big deal. A lot of seniors are injured from them and have a really difficult time recovering, so we want to prevent them as much as possible. So tell us a little bit about your experience in fall prevention as a nurse.
Well, we see a lot of elderly come into the hospital with injuries due to falls. So it's a fact that aging and falling seem to go hand in hand. Also, what we see is just the number of falls that are reported. I think they're underreported. The amount of falls is probably greater than what the stats say out there. Because family and even the people that are falling, you know, they're fine. They get up, they walk away and or limp away, and you know, they don't really report anything that happens unless they're really hurt. These all can be prevented. That's the big thing, and the numbers can be brought down. We just need to be more proactive about looking at the falls, what causes them, and get help for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, about how often do falling seniors end up in hospital?
Well, the number is pretty big. In the U.S., every 11 seconds, an older adult, a senior usually, is treated in an emergency room for a fall. And every 19 minutes, a senior dies from the effects of the fall. So that's kind of scary.
Wow, that's eye-opening. I had no idea that's how often an occurrence it was. So what health issues can cause seniors to fall so much?
Well, there's a lot of different things. Acute illnesses that cause balance and gait deficit issues. Those things can definitely affect the falls. Cognitive impairments, so dementia-like things, or chronic mental health issues as well. Also vision problems, that they cause a lot of difficulty for anybody, and let alone somebody who's senior and has difficulty with their mobility to begin with. So muscle weakness, reduced physical activity, reduced physical fitness in that person as well. So those things are all part of what causes falls and what can be prevented.
Wow. So keep up that muscle strength as much as you can. Get that protein in, right? Like we talked about last time. So what about physical or other issues that can contribute to this problem?
A lot of seniors out there use equipment, as we all know, walkers, wheelchairs, canes, that type of thing. But those things actually do need attention. So maintenance is what I'm talking about. So cane tips can become worn, so they should be replaced. Wheels on walkers and wheelchairs, those things need to also be maintained. So have a look at those equipment. And also, when they become loose, they then become actually a cause for the fall for that adult. So that's important. Footwear and clothing, if shoes don't fit well, they can cause a problem with walking. And if the clothing is too big, or dragging on the floor and not hemmed properly. Those things can also cause falls for the adult. Inadequate lighting in the house. If you can't see what's going on in front of you, those things can cause problems. Also cluttered areas. So it's important that, look for clutter and remove it. Also throw rugs. They look great, but when somebody has mobility issues,
it's a trip hazard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And social risk factors, believe it or not, are causes for falls as well. There was a study done where over 6,500 women aged 70 years and older showed a positive relationship between strong family networks and lower fall issues. And so it's because the family's there to protect them and help them out. Also too, a positive effect with marriage. People don't fall as much when they're in a good relationship, married or otherwise. And that was for patients that were 80 and older.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is something to having long-term relationships, committed relationships, keep you from tripping and falling later on in life.
Yeah.
Now, what can we do to lessen falls as caregivers?
Well, one of the best things, and then probably the biggest thing, is first step, getting a care assessment done on the person to find out what kind of equipment they might need, if any. But that's the best place to start. And of course, you need somebody professional to do that for you. So physiotherapists, occupational therapists, they're trained to assess the person for these types of equipment issues. And so that's probably the first step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is the proper response if you see or come across someone who has fallen?
Oh well, depending on the fall and depending on the person who's fallen, if you see somebody who's fallen, I know we want to just get in there and get them back up and that, but sometimes the best thing to do is just to let them sit there and find out from them if they're okay and if they're ready to get up. And from there, we can then provide some assistance with support and getting them off the ground. So best way to do that is even to move a chair close to that person so they have that bit of support to help them get off the floor.
Right. Okay. Now, what can be done to facilities to decrease the chances of seniors falling?
I've seen a lot of the facilities. I've gone through a lot of different types of facilities, and they do make a point of not having that clutter in the area, and their walkways and their hallways are fairly wide so they can get through. But carpets seem to be a huge risk, and I noticed a lot of these facilities do have carpets.
Right.
So carpets is one of the hazards. Also to the cluttered rooms of the senior citizen. They're smaller and stuff. It's a good idea to try and reduce the clutter within these rooms so a person can move around properly within them. And also to footwear, that type of thing, when they're up and about, to have that proper footwear on and their equipment, well-maintained equipment.
Well-maintained equipment. That's the key. Well-maintained. Now, are there some resources available to help with these changes?
Yes, actually there are a couple of them. I'm not sure if people are aware of them, but Seniors Home Adaptation and Repair Program, it's called SHARP. Seniors can receive up to a $40,000 loan to make renovations to their primary residence. So the maximum household income for that is about $75,000, and applicants must own at least 25% of their residence.
Okay.
Another program is the Residential Access Modification Program.
Okay.
And this is a grant program that will provide up to $7,500 per year for 1 year, with a maximum of $15,000 over 10 years to be given for renovations to their primary residence. And it just makes it easier for people with disabilities to live in their own home, which is what everybody wants. Usually. Eligibility for single adults is $36,900 with a maximum of $94,500 for families. So that's the eligible amounts that they need to obtain. Claims must be filed within 90 days though of the renovation, so you need to get those receipts in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so two things we talked about was the Seniors Home Adaptation and Repair Program.
Yes.
That's a loan.
Yeah.
And then there's a grant called the Residential Access Modification Program, or RAM.
Correct.
All right, what else is out there? For
There's also a special needs assistance for seniors program called SNA. And in Alberta, they recognize that the quality of life can decrease as we age, big surprise. So the provincial government created that program to assist seniors with some of the costs of appliances and some other health and personal supports that we need. So a single senior with a total annual income of $27,300 or less is able to utilize this program, or a senior couple with a combined annual income of $44,335 or less can qualify also to receive up to $5,000 a year, which is great.
Well, that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that a senior can get to help improve their home, make their life better, improve
Yeah.
the quality of life. Those are all good things. Now, how can Qualicare help with falls and fall prevention?
Well, it depends on the client and it depends on the family. Possibly the client and their family just need a little education as far as what is required to prevent those falls, such as the clothing, such as the maintenance on the equipment. That might just take a couple of visits, if that. But we have seen where we can come in and take care of a client for, say, Monday to Friday to help them be more safe at home, and the family, say, takes care of them on the weekends. That can be done as well. The clients, though, over time do change, so they have to be reassessed. So it's important that takes place as well. So reassessment of the client. And again, reassessment of what the family and the client wants. So that's really important.
Awesome. Now, tell us, what are your hours? You work like 8 to 4, 7 to 3. Like, what is your schedule?
Well, we're a 24/7 company, so we are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're able to come into somebody's home if they want care from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 7 at night. We're able to do that, or say just for nights, say there's someone who needs just night care. We're able to do that too. So 24/7 is our operation, and we're there for you.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
Teresa, can you tell us how do we get in touch with you?
Well, number one, you can give us a call. We want to hear from you, and we want to know what you're going through. So we'll come for an in-home free consultation. So just call us at 780-328-6655. And number two, we will provide a care assessment. So tell us what's going on. We'll be there for you, and we will utilize our 360 approach, which we look at every area of your life and your family's life to help you create a plan specific to you. So give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
You have a website?
Oh yes, yes, we have a website. So you can go to our website at qualicare.com/Edmonton East, where you can send me a quick email and tell me what's going on, and I will be sure to get back to you on that, and we can decide when we're going to meet and do a care assessment for you or your family member.
Thanks so much, Teresa. That was awesome. Thank you for all the great information about fall prevention for seniors. And if you guys are interested in getting in touch with Teresa, definitely give her a phone call or visit the website today.
Thank you.